Place cocktail in barrel and let's sit for at least 1 month. A month? How about we barrel age a cocktail in 2 hours? Happy hour. I'm Dave, the basement bartender. The benefits of barrel aging are obvious with liquor and wine. It adds smokiness, caramel, and spice that add both complexity and a depth of flavor. The same thing is true if we barrel age cocktails. But in addition, the cocktail components become more harmonious with each other, developing more balanced flavor and a silky mouthfeel. But barrel aging takes time, and I'm thirsty now.
Don't care how, I want it now.
So let's speed up the process using one of my favorite kitchen gadgets, the Emersion Circulator, also known as a sous vide, and make a beautiful Tennessee punch. Come on, we don't got all day. Let's get this thing started. Sous vide is a method of cooking in which you place your food in a vacuum-sealed container and then into a bath of water that is constantly circulating at a very constant temperature. It'll make the best roast, steak, and smoked brisket you've ever had. Unlike an oven, grill, or stovetop, the temperature is maintained rather than having a target that will yo-yo up and down, which results in your food being over or undercooked based on how long you leave it in. It's that level of control that's gonna help us speed up the aging process. Because as Tom Petty tells us, if you're like me, you read something, you get excited about it, and you want it now, not in a month.
What's going on right now in a minute?
All right, so let's acquire the benefits of barrel aging in 2 hours using the sous vide method. One thing to keep in mind, the flavors that we put in this are going to change. So if you're using a high dollar spirit or one you absolutely love, the qualities that make it your first pick may be completely different. So it's best to experiment in small batches until you find the flavors you absolutely love. When barrel aging the long way, it's best to steer away from drinks with a high sugar content, such as those that use liqueurs or a sugar syrup. They tend to get syrupy, which will clog the nozzle. Plus, mold and bacteria like to breed in sugar. Plus, you want to avoid things that involve fresh ingredients, like citrus juice, as these flavors will be completely lost over time. Cocktails that only use spirits, like Manhattans or Negronis, are your best bet. But we're gonna do this in 2 hours. With no nozzles to clog, at temperatures higher than bacteria can grow. So really, we can do whatever we want.
Would you like to see?
This recipe for Tennessee Punch is going to make 4 cocktails. First, we need to prep our barrel. While oak would be the traditional barrel material, I'm using cherry wood chips, as I really want to infuse the sweet and tart flavors associated with that wood. Char a good handful of wood chips in either a wood-burning oven or grill. In a dry sauté pan, combine a teaspoon of coriander seeds, 2 Star Anise pods, 2 dried bay leaves, 1 cinnamon stick over medium heat. Stir the spices until they are fragrant but not burnt, then transfer to a plate to cool. Add the cool spices to a sous vide bag or a gallon-sized Ziploc with 2 lemon peels, about the size that you would use for a cocktail garnish, 4 tablespoons of dried cherries, 1 ounce of orange juice, 2 3/4 ounce of spiced apple cider, 2 1/4 ounce of lemon juice, 1 1/2 ounces of maple syrup, 7 ounces of bourbon, and our charred wood chips. If you don't have a fancy vacuum sealer, just use the water displacement method. Place the open zip top bag in the water to push all the air out, and then seal it with the opening barely sticking out of the water. Set your circulator to 150 degrees Fahrenheit and cook in a water bath 2 hours. Once complete, place the bottled cocktail in an ice bath for 30 minutes to chill. Strain and bottle, reserving the cherries for garnish. After it's chilled, place a large rock in a rocks glass and pour about 3 ounces of your quickly aged Tennessee Punch. Express a bit of orange oil and garnish with an orange peel and one of the reserved cherries. Wow, this is really well balanced, and all of the flavors blend beautifully together. I went ahead and saved about an ounce of the drink pre-sous vide just for comparison. It's still delicious, but I don't get the spices. The citrus is a bit more pungent, which conflicts with the bourbon. It's just got more bite. The sous vide aging just brought everything together and created a smooth, cohesive drink. If you have any left over, this should keep in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks, but there won't be any. Do me a favor and boop the like, subscribe, and share button, and let me know in the comments what cocktail you think would benefit from a quick sous vide aging. Please drink responsibly. See you next time.